Nova Roma is an ancient city builder that's being released into early access on the 26th of March. Now within this playthrough, I'm going to have a look at all the different mechanics and what there is to discover within the game, and I'm also going to build the city up to 500 population. So let's jump in. So I found this island, which I think is really great for us to start with. We've got all of the necessary resources in relatively close proximity. Here at the bottom we've got a fishing spot, and actually we've got a lot of fishing spots. So there's one on that side, and then a couple here on this side. So we've got plenty of fish. Then we've got plenty of iron deposits, which we're only going to use at a later stage, but nonetheless it's good to have them. We've got a little marble deposit, which, although it's not big, it's relatively close to our starting point, which is great. We've got the stone deposits and a massive body of water, which is going to give us plenty of fertile ground. We can also choose to either run the aqueducts from this point over here or from that point, and then we've got another point here at the bottom which we can then utilize the aqueducts for. But I'm going to go ahead and place my city center more or less over here. I think this is going to be a good spot for it, and I'm also going to leave the map seed in the description below. So now we've got to set up our outpost. So I'm going to go here to the infrastructure, and we're going to look for a good location for the outpost. And like I said, I think this is a pretty good spot for it. So you can see here these darker patches of green, that's where all the high fertility levels are, and you will generally find them close to the bodies of water, which you can see is pretty much all around on this side. So we don't want to be too far from that, but also we don't want to be too far from the coastline so that we can easily reach the fish. So let's go ahead and place the outpost right over here, and we're going to use this button to cut the trees and to also chop up some rocks to give us the stone and the wood that we need. Initially we're going to need a lot of wood. So yeah, we've got a lot of forest here that we're surrounded with, and I'm going to just do this. Bring a road all the way around, and then I'm going to go ahead. As we get more wood, we pay 1 piece of wood per piece of road that we have to lay down. So I'm going to just fast forward this, and I'm going to pull the road down here to the fishing spot. We're also going to build a few coastal buildings like our trading docks and the shipyard and a whole bunch of other things. But let's just pull it down like that. There we go. And I'm going to let them chop up all of these rocks that we can find over here. And we're going to have to probably build a small bridge to go over here just to get to these stone deposits. Now your villagers, they can go through the water, but I think you've got a likelihood of them drowning. So it's better to have a bridge rather than letting them go through the rivers or the lakes. The next thing I want to do is to add a few houses, and the first one that you get is the hovel, very small building. I'm only going to build a few of these. We're going to change it very soon, and I'm going to just bring another road around like that. And let's just maybe, actually let's pull the road down to this side, and I'm going to extend one road up from here. We're going to create a bridge here, so that we can then build our quarries and just harvest that stone over there. So next thing I want to do, I want to get up some farms. We have to get the production going here as soon as we can, because we need some sort of food source relatively soon. So let's just maybe do this. I'm going to build 3 farms just to start with. There we go. And then we're going to have to build ourselves a temple. So with Nova Roma, you've got to build yourself as many temples as you can, basically. Well, ideally you want to have 5 temples to start with, so that you've got 1 temple for each of the deities that's available. Each of these deities, there's 5 different ones, and each of them give you like a different benefit. So you want to also make sure that where you place your temple, that it will actually benefit that area. So for example, the first temple that I want to put down is one that's dedicated to Ceres, and Ceres helps with the agriculture. So we're going to want to have a temple close to where our farms are going to be. So within a small radius, she's going to boost all of the structures that she benefits. So there we go. I'm going to place a little temple over there. And I'm going to go ahead and place another one here at the bottom. That's going to be close to my residential structures. Now that I'm going to allocate towards Jupiter because he's responsible for the people's happiness. And he benefits the houses that surround it. He makes them more happy basically. All the houses that's surrounding him. Let's quickly fast forward this. There we go. So then you have to say consult the gods, and then we're gonna go, let's see here, we're gonna go with series. So let's just say dedicate. Okay, so I want to show you favor of the gods. Spend your favor here for permanent bonus centered at this temple. 1 output to the 3 nearest farms, vineyards and orchards in its radius. You see, it's going to boost these farms now. They are all within the radius. And then for me to basically get more of this technology tree, I get prosperity points by completing quests for these gods or the deities. And you can see here that she's asking me to get 5 farms. So I'm going to go ahead and just set up the rest of them so that we can then get these points, the prosperity points, and we can unlock more structures. I've already got 1 point which I'm going to allocate here to the small insula, and this is basically like an apartment block, and we're going to replace those small buildings, the hovels, we're going to replace with the insula. But before I do that, we need to build ourselves a well. So I'm going to place one right over there, and then we can add some insula. We're going to need some additional wood, but we've got a lot of forest here, so that's not a problem. Now you've got to keep the happiness relatively high for your village or for your city in order for you to get new immigrants to come to the town. If the happiness is too low, they simply will not dock. So let's just do this. I'm going to create another 2 farms. I suppose I can do 3 as well. Might as well. Just do the 3. And let's just pull this road through. Right, so I'm going to build 2 of these insular structures, and we've got a little space now left here for another temple, which is the one that I'm going to allocate towards Jupiter. Then for the deity Neptune, I'm going to place a temple here close to the shoreline because he boosts the fishing and some of the other coastal buildings that you get. So let's see here, we can build ourselves a small stockpile. Yeah, I suppose I need to build this first, and the stockpile can go on this side. I think to keep it close to the outpost is good because we can recruit militia from the outpost so they can kind of like help defend our resources when we do get attacked. I think what we can do is we can just color in some of these rocks so that they can harvest that as well. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to allocate this one to Jupiter. There we go. They say Jupiter, but I think it's the other name for Zeus. I could be wrong. Don't know so much about mythology, but let's say dedicate. And now here we go. So this is a permanent bonus that we can get for this temple. Plus 3 happiness in a 5-tile radius. So the houses that's within a vicinity, they will become happier. And now we got some extra prosperity because we reached a certain population. So there we got that extra points. We've got 5 farms. So that's even more prosperity. Now we've got 7 prosperity that we can use. So I've got to just look carefully what I want to do next. First thing I want to do is get a tax office. I do want a forester and then also a stone quarry. But we don't have enough points. I'm going to rather than... Let's build ourselves a granary because we're going to need to store our food. Very important. So there we go. I'm going to just unlock that. Now you can see there for the next quest that we've got from Jupiter's, we need to grow our population to 35. And for Ceres we need a granary. So there we go. I can complete both of those quests in a very short while. Once I get that extra prosperity from the new people that come to town, we can then use that to unlock the granary. Now I want to just take down these hovel structures. So we're gonna do this red cross is to destroy the structures. let's just do that. And I'm gonna build some more of these insula. And then we've got way more space for the people to live in. Next step will be to build that tax office, and we need that also relatively close to residential areas. They only cater for a kind of small area. And the bridge we can pull over, looks like we need 30 wood. Okay, so I'm gonna let them carry on chopping all of these trees. I did unlock the forester, so that's another structure that I can set up soon. Now we need quite a bit of stone, so it is a good thing that I'm setting up the bridges here to get to the stone deposits. I'm going to tell them to harvest these stones in the river. I'm a bit nervous letting them into the water because I've actually lost civilians in these rivers or lakes. So I'm a bit hesitant to let them go in there. And now it's snowing also, so that's another downside. I don't know if they actually take that in consideration when it's snowing and they go into the water, if it's going to have an effect. But I think it does. I've had people dying from the cold, so I'm gonna just have to keep an eye on this. Now we do need entertainment. The forum tiles is your first form of entertainment that you can get, but it does cost coin as well. So let's then do this rather. We can add ourselves tax office, and I'm going to maybe expand the city towards this side. We've got a really high elevation over here, which is great for the aqueducts. So let's place the tax office right over here. And then our granary can be there. And we need one more citizen to immigrate here. Then we can complete the quest for Jupiter, and then also with the granary now that's being built. Is that a granary, actually? Small granary, okay. And we did unlock this. Yeah, so we can build that small granary. Now we've got also enough wood for this bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and place the bridge. There we go. 35 wood. Just want to see... I'll place it here. No, that doesn't work. So I have to pull it a little bit further back. There we go. So we completed that quest for Jupiter. So now from here, I'm definitely going to go for the stone quarry. We need to get our stone production really boosted. And I'm going to go ahead and research this food counter. So the food counter is the second form of entertainment that you get. I don't really know how it entertains the people. I think it's more of an essential, but yeah, they call it entertainment. So if they can see it as entertainment, then I'm happy. It makes my job easier. Okay, so we've got a fire going here. Now in order to stop the fire, we need this fire brigade. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and research this. Why not? And we can build ourselves the fire brigade. We do need 15 coin, however. So what I think I'm going to do is, we've got this well over here, so we can build another 2 insulas. Just gonna let them harvest some extra trees. We need plenty of extra wood. And we can go ahead and maybe build ourselves a forester more towards this side. Let's see, for the forester we need 7 wood. Yeah, so these guys need to start chopping. The bridge is almost done. So this is gonna help the people just move quickly back and forth here to the stone quarry. Right, okay, so now we've got plenty of wood. So you can see the happiness is really low. So having this low happiness levels, it's not ideal, because this will actually deter the people from immigrating towards your town. And I want to just actually see, we need a fishing hut. That would be one of my next steps, actually, to get the fishing hut up and going. So in order for us to get some extra prosperity, we either need to make an offering of 16 wheat, or we need to make an offering of 18 coin. So both of those I think we can get relatively soon. We've got a lot of available workers. Now what I want to do is I want to add one forester over here. I'm going to just do the one forester for now, but I'm going to have a couple of stone quarries. I think let's do 3 for now. We can do a 4th one, and then I just want to see the 4th one we can place there, and that looks like pretty much like that's all that we can do for now. We can have a maximum of 4 stone quarries over here. Well, that's okay. It's pretty decent to have the 4. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to utilize this marble. I'm not sure. It's kind of like in the water, but I think we can have 1 marble quarry we can have here at the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and add another insula here, and we can extend the road down. I'm going to go ahead and add one more farm over here. I know it's a medium soil fertility, but we do get that boost here from the temple. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and place it there. Let's see, we need to get that entertainment going. So let's maybe build ourselves one shop over here. That should make the people a little bit more happy. Now we've almost got enough coin to complete this quest for Jupiter. And then I'm going to unlock that fishing hut. So we need to get a bigger variety of food going. There we go. Okay, so now let's just unlock the fishing hut. And we can also do the charcoal maker. That's a very important one. We need to get the charcoal maker going, and let's just do this. We're going to have to chop down some extra trees over here. Alrighty, so let's do... I'm feeling like I need to just place maybe like 3 fishing huts for now. I think that should keep us going for a while. And then we can place another temple here, which is going to be devoted to Neptune. Then we can get that little buff here for the fishing. Now this is quite a distance for the people to walk. I'm not sure if it's too far, but if your villagers have to walk too far from where they work and where they stay, they can get tired and it will affect the production. You've got to just keep an eye on that. So the next thing, Jupiter wants me now to make a forum of at least 4 tiles, which is fine. I think it's something that I need either way. So let's see, for the forum, we're going to need that extra coin. We're going to need 12 coins to complete that forum. Right, so this one is going to be dedicated to Neptune. Perfect. And then they automatically grant you favor once you've placed the temple. And we're going to just do this favor of the gods, so we get 1 extra fish yield to the 5 nearest fishing buildings. Okay, so he only boosts the fishing huts. I thought there was other coastal buildings that also get benefited. But maybe if you've got a bigger temple, maybe you get more benefits. So in any case, we're going to boost the fishing, and we get that extra prosperity because we built the fishing hut. And then we can also make an offering of 22 fish to get the new or the next few prosperity points. Okay, so let's check this out. So we've got now 5 points. And yeah, I'm always like conflicted on which direction should I go next. I think, you know, let's maybe build ourselves the masonry. This helps with the upkeep of the buildings. And then the grapevines. That's another food source that we're going to get going. I think this is pretty important. So I'm going to fast forward this. We don't have any available workers. You see, this is how you can determine if you've got any workers available. Is this idle worker button. If there's anybody there, then you know you've got some sort of workers available there that you can assign to a job, but we don't have any now. I see the people here. It's totally, truly miserable and fear things will never be better. Okay, sorry dude. It's going to get better, I promise you. We've got food, we've got entertainment. It's all going to work out. So let's just build that forum quickly. There we go. See, already getting better. So this is going to make them happy. And we're going to get that extra food. So here you can see the happiness meter is climbing. It's trending towards 42, it says. And the people are in good health. So all is well. We should now get some more people that will immigrate towards the town. It says here, increase fertile land with water control. I don't know even how I did that. Oh. Okay, so it looks like the water level's rised. Oh, it's risen. Oh my goodness, I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Oh, there it goes back. So I've placed this outpost literally just on the right spot. I don't know if it can go further than that, but it seems to be okay. Okay, we've got that forum built, so that's going to give us that extra technology points. Lovely. And let's see, now we've got 10 prosperity points, which we can assign to different things. What to do? So I think we definitely need the Undertaker. I mean, we've got to get this up because this will also help with the general happiness of the people. If anybody dies, you can give them a proper burial. And this columbarium, a dignified and sanitary place to rest the dead, provides 75 niches to store remains. Okay, so there's quite a few people that we can bury in there. The next thing would probably be the pottery. So they do request pottery quite early in the game. So I think I'm going to just go with this. Unlock the pottery. Okay, cool. And what we can do is now we need to get ourselves a charcoal maker. I'm going to pull this road down. And we can add ourselves 2 charcoal makers. Let's just do 1 for now because I see we don't have a lot of available workers. I'll just do the 1 charcoal maker. And we're going to add another forester and then 1 additional charcoal maker. So for the deity Vulcan, we're going to probably have to place him more or less over here. I think we can just do that now. Once we've got enough stone, there we go. So he does boost any buildings that uses fire to get going. So the charcoal makers will benefit from this, and we can maybe place our pottery works can also be in this range. So easy, people visited but none saw fit to stay. Could we make it more pleasant? Okay, so what can I do to make it more pleasant? Well, we're gonna have now the fish. We're gonna have the wheat. We've got a lot of wheat that's being gathered there now. Okay, let's just leave it like that for now. I think the happiness meter should climb soon. Yeah, there we go. Trending towards 43. Okay, so it's getting better. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Vulcan. Yes, this is the one that I want to choose. So you see with Vulcan, and let me just quickly go back in here. It says here, improves industrial production in a radius around the temple. Any industrial production. Okay. Let's just say dedicate. Boom. Get that extra prosperity. We can offer wood for extra prosperity. Okay, perfect. So now we've got some extra points to spend. So let's see where we can add it now. I think I'm going to go for the palisade wall because we're going to have to build this in order to please Mars. He's the last deity that I need to build a temple for. Yeah, let's just keep it like that for now. And now we've got this favor of the god, so 1 output extra to the 5 nearest fire-based industry buildings. That's perfect. So the charcoal maker is going to produce more, and then if I place my pottery here, it's also going to benefit that. So going into that, let's start with the pottery works. I'm going to build the pottery works right over here, and I'm going to build 2 of these. I'm going to start with 1 maybe, and then we can also build ourselves 1 pottery workshop. But I first need to see that we get some more immigrants in. So there we had 7 visited and 5 chose to stay. Okay, great. So we are getting more people moving in. We've got beds for 84 people, so you can see on that sign over there it's 84 beds and there's 51 population. And now you'll see this symbol popping up because all of these guys, they want pots now. So I need to get my pottery works going. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and place it right over here. We can add another charcoal maker, I think. And then we can add 1 more forester. So we are running a little bit low on workers, but I'm going to just build these structures. In any case, let's see. It doesn't look like there's any stone nearby. I'm hoping I can find some stone somewhere. There's a couple of pieces of stone. These stone quarries are a little bit on the slow side. Oh, there's a couple of stone. That's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just add some extra grapevines over here. We need to get going with these just as an extra fruit source. So let's maybe do 4 of them. We're getting that little boost here from the temple, and I want to look to add the 5th temple that we're going to dedicate to Mars, and I'm gonna maybe just go ahead and place it right over here like so, just a little distance away from the city center. If we've got a temple for each of these deities, it's just going to help to increase the prosperity much quicker. You see, we need that extra staff. Population is climbing, but kind of slow. I still need to build myself this fire brigade. Let me get going with that. There's a nice spot for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put it down just like there. Okay, right. So we can make an offering here to Neptune, just get that extra prosperity points. I see we've already got 9. So we've got to just look at where we can use that. This one, let's assign it to Mars. He's going to help with our defenses. So let's see here. Spend your favor here for permanent bonus center to the temple. 25 damage to the nearest defense tower in its radius. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Why not? Let's do that. And let's see where we can spend those prosperity points now. Okay, so the pottery is definitely the first thing I need to get going, and I suppose, yeah, no, we don't need a cemetery. The theater, that would be another one, and then an aqueducts. I think we should just get that going as soon as we can. We need a lot of stone for that though. So I'm gonna have to build up my stone reserves, and then once I get some extra points, I'm going to maybe spend it here on the stockpile in the warehouse. We need that extra space for all the different goods. Let's see. Cold pool. An outdoor cold water pool that requires water from bath reservoir. So we do need the bath reservoir first. I'm going to hold off on that for now. I don't think we're going to need that for quite a while still. So our stone production is looking pretty good, but you can see here when we run the aqueducts. Okay, this is actually pretty far that it's going to come down from. So the aqueducts, they're going to have to run from here all the way down. Now we first need to build ourselves a water tower. They don't allow us to build the aqueducts until we've got a water tower somewhere. And I think this would be a pretty good place for it because it's in range with all of the residential structures. So yeah, let's maybe go ahead and place it down like so. Or move it a little bit more up. Yeah, okay, I'm rather going to place it there. So I've got to just build up the stone now as far as I can. We're probably going to need about 200 stone plus. And we've got 130. But yeah, we've got a steep decline from this river over here. So let's see what we are going to need. From here, it's going to have to run down. Let's see. Oh, it's looking a bit awkward. I would like it not to overlap with the actual landscaping over here. Okay, well, it's going to go through the mountain either way. Looks like it. I might as well just pull it through straight. Now, if I pull it straight down, like I'm doing here, we're going to need 286. Okay, so but what I want to do, ideally, I want to bring it down to there, and then from there pull it down, pretty much in line with where our road is, and let it run along the road, and then connect with the water tower. So we're going to need 320 stone. Right, so I'm going to get on it. I'm going to build up that stone. I did see we've got... Oh, that's the iron deposits. I thought it was big pieces of stone, but that's the iron. So I'm going to just have to let these guys work at the quarry. We can maybe set up ourselves another stone quarry over here. Yeah, why not? And let's just pull the road through to quicken this process for them to walk through here. There's a lot of other structures that's going to require an immense amount of stone, and if we start building the heavy fortifications, we're gonna also need a lot of that, so they can just carry on there. I'm gonna go ahead and build myself a stockpile. So let's just see. I've got to first research this quickly. Here we go. Stockpile. I did get that extra prosperity points now. So the stockpile, I'm going to go ahead and drop down right over here like so. And we can just pull the road around. Now we are lacking staff here for the pottery. So we've got to keep on expanding our population until we've got enough workers here for the pottery. And we're going to definitely have to look at building ourselves another clay pit. But we're also lacking staff on that side. So let's just see. We want to expand. We are going to get that water tower, which is fine. I'm going to maybe go ahead and place myself a well over here. And then we can just add another... Let's add another 2 insula over here. And I'm going to just pull the road up like so. Okay, so these villagers that were working here by the fishing hut, they did get sleepy, but now, since I've built these insula a little bit closer, this one specifically, they seem to cope well. They're not too far from the work, and so everything, the whole production is going like normal. So I keep on having this problem where the water levels rise and it keeps on taking out the vineyard over here. We're getting a lot of rain. So I've got to just see to what level the water rises. It usually stops here by this road, just behind the outpost. So I can maybe do another 3 vineyards over here. But I think I must maybe just demolish this one over here. Let's just say demolish. Yeah, and then I can rather build another 3 over here. And we did lose a villager now with the water coming in. So that's very unfortunate. Let's just see. Funeral services. Yeah, I've got to get going with this. We're going to need somebody to help here with the dead. Now, I was building up my stone resources so well, and now we're kind of like back to square one, because I had to build the stockpile and now the undertaker, and I'm going to also have to build another structure here, and this is the columbarium. So that's going to also cost another 45 stone. And this one you have to build quite far away from the rest of civilization. So having it more or less over here I think would be fine. So actually let's pull this road through. And then we can just kind of like set it up over here. Oh, we're just waiting for that stone. You neglect my worship. Build a more grand temple in my honor. Okay, so he's getting upset. He wants a bigger temple. And that was from Jupiter, I believe. I think we're waiting too long to climb our population. So now he's getting upset. We're not fulfilling his request quick enough. What we can do, let's just see, for Mars we need 10 palisade walls, so that we can do quite easily. We've got a lot of wood. So let's go to the military and let's just get ourselves 10 palisade walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? Yeah, let's just do it like that. You neglect my temples. Make sure they are fully staffed, or I shall grow this, please. Okay, so now I had 2 deities that's warned me now. This god, oh, all of them are angered. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, at least we're gonna fulfill the quest now for one of them, and we're getting very close to having enough charcoal. So that's a good thing. That's it. You've got to really keep on moving with this, otherwise they get upset so quick. So we've got to just make sure what is a priority. It's either the bakery or winery. I think is a pretty important one. Although, I would like to have these fountains. They are like an upgraded version of the well. But in any case, let's maybe go for the winery. You see, if we upgrade these small insula to the medium insula, we're gonna need a winery. The people are gonna start requesting wine, so we've got to get going with that. I've just got to get my population up. There's some more ships coming in with immigrants, hopefully. Small village, we are growing. Good stuff. Invading army. Invaders are approaching. Recruit militia at your outpost. Okay, so we've got our first raider attack. Usually this first one is not too bad. Let's just recruit. A terrible drought is upon us. Okay. Okay, that's something we can handle. We've got plenty of fish, so that's fine for now. I do still need to assign... We need to assign a governor. So let's see here. So this guy has only got negative qualities. This guy is welcoming, so we get plus 20% frequency of immigrant trips, but it's also plus the risk, 20% risk of starting a fire and spreading. Okay, so both of these are the same negative effect. So I think I'll rather go for this guy, getting more immigrant ships so that we can just climb that population. Right, so here's my 2 militia. And this is people that's normal workers that then gets assigned as soldiers. So you can see our population is now showing 70. Because these guys, obviously they're not working now. And here's the ship coming. I think they're going to only have one raiding party. I think that's what the one is for. Stands for. It's for one raiding party. So yeah, we should be able to take them out relatively quickly. Well, I'm hoping they're going to dock here. There we go. And nice. We should make quick work of these guys. That's it. Cool. And that's that. Alright. We've got 2 more offerings that we can make. 4 offerings. I'm gonna wait before I offer that stone. I think I'm gonna need that stone. But yo, there we really built our prosperity quickly now. So let's go with the warehouse. I think that's a good one to have. And then I'm going to just go ahead and take the bath reservoir. Large temple. Okay, so we need 12 points for the large temples. You know, maybe I should just wait to gain my prosperity and start building more of these temples. Because I think we're going to get more benefits from these. Allow us to throw festivals. There we go. See, so there is way more benefits. Gods will be more impressed with a temple. This size is dedicated to them, can store up to 500 gold. Okay, so yeah, this should probably be a priority. And I'm thinking the radius of effect that they have around them should also be bigger. So let's maybe build up that prosperity points for that. Now, as you can see over here, the drought is pretty severe. You can see the water's only coming up to about here with the stone deposit. And yeah, there's nothing going on this side. Even this river has really shrunk. Although obviously if we do place the aqueduct roundabout over here, it shouldn't be a problem. It should give us sustaining water. But at this stage it is a problem. And I'm not really sure how long the drought lasts. Definitely need more ways to make these people happy, so I'm gonna go ahead and build myself a theater. It is a lot of stone to build this, but I think it's quite necessary because yeah, we seem to not get that happiness meter up. So let's go ahead and squeeze it in right over here like so. And I'm gonna just squeeze another one of these insulas in here. That's it. Now the water levels are returning to normal, as you can see. So there it's gradually coming back. Obviously after the snow, all that snow build up at the top, and it's just coming down again. I've decided to do the research here for the apple trees because we do need the fruit to help boost our health. So there you can see if we've got fruits, and I'm assuming the grapes also count as fruit, but I think we need a bigger variety, definitely. Of course, another thing that's caused the health decline is that we didn't bury the bodies quick enough. I actually forgot to build this thing. So we need to get going with this. And let's just do it like this. Yeah, it's far enough from everything else. But then at least they can get rid or dispose of the dead bodies in a good way. And yeah, we should be able to then get the health up. We did harvest now a bunch of grapes, and we've got some wheat, extra wheat harvested. So hopefully that's going to boost our health. Yeah, there we go. You can see it is already looking much better. So this should attract new villagers to our town now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this road through. I see there's a lot of high fertility on this side, and it's far away from water or any dangers that might destroy our crops. So let's maybe do this. I'm going to add for now just 4 apple orchards. because we do need that extra fruit just to help with the general health, and it will definitely boost the happiness also. I'm going to pull the road through. Eventually I'll add a few more extra, but for now I'm going to just do the 4. The only thing that's really excelling like crazy is the fish. So we've got to just get the other things also on par, but I'm waiting for a few more extra villagers to come in. My stone is increasing. I'm getting very close to the amount of stone that I need in order to build the aqueducts. So I'm going to just keep on letting that accumulate. And once we've got enough, I'm going to set up my aqueducts and connect it here to this water tower. Well, we've got a crazy amount of added prosperity, so I've got to just kind of determine what I would like to add next. So the salt evaporation pool, just once you build on a coast, takes seawater, evaporates until the sun. Salt, we're not going to use salt for anything at the moment, so let's leave that one. I think I'm going to just go ahead and unlock the medium insula. And we can also maybe go ahead and unlock the large temple. I think if we can get a large temple up and running, that might be a good thing for us to help please the deities and also make the people happier in general. And just want to see, unlocks a dam block and a spillway to create reservoirs, and project can be planned safely without risk of flooding your city. Okay, so I'm gonna have to play around with this. I haven't done a lot really playing around with these dam walls and spillways and how you utilize them. So I still need some experience with that. I do know, however, these fountains are really great to have, so I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a fountain. Once the aqueduct is up and running, we can then utilize that. I do think we've got enough stone now to build the aqueducts. So let's do this. I'm going to let it run from here. So even if we get a drought, we're still very close to the water origin. So I'm going to pull it down kind of like this. And I want to get it almost parallel in line with this road. So if we can bring it down to roundabout over there and then pull it through like this. And then we connect it 306 stone. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So this is probably going to take some time to get this done. This is a massive structure. Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to get this done pretty quickly. But now you can see some of the pottery signs are disappearing. We've got enough workers here at the pottery. So they are starting to provide the town with the actual pots. We might need to look at getting another clay pit actually. But for the time being, I think we are fine. I think this is going to sustain us for a while. We've got our apple orchards going. We do have a slightly larger population. And I think we can maybe look at adding some medium insula. Now I do know that we need these water towers in order to sustain the medium insula. So that is now being set up. So I think we can get going with this. We've got entertainment close by. So let's just maybe build one for now. And now seeing that we can build the large temples, I want to see what we require for this. So we do need marble. So that is something that I still need to research, the marble quarry. So we're going to need 7 prosperity points in order to research the marble quarry. And then we can set the marble quarry up. I think it was, oh there it is. So we've got one little marble deposit over here. I'm thinking we can maybe set up one, but that's pretty much it. I must admit, it's pretty cool seeing these aqueducts being set up. So there you can see it running from the mountain. This is pretty cool. Got a lot of villagers that's helping here to set this up. Wow, they're working like crazy. Getting very close to being done. Now I think this is going to boost our health as well as our overall happiness once we've got the water tower out. And now these wells that I've got over here, I'm going to replace with fountains. And if you look here with the fountains, I didn't research it. Yes, I did research it. It's supposed to be here. Oh, that's going to be with entertainment. Yeah, I remember now. So I'm going to show you once I've got enough stone. Actually wanted to show you, but I've got to wait till I've got that stone. So it's the same size as the well, but you'll see it's got a much bigger radius, and it also then provides that happiness. Gotta just wait now for this last piece to be done. But look how cool this looks already. There we go. So it is done. And we should see the water. There we go. It's coming down. And it's gonna now supply the whole town. And now we can also select a new governor. So I want to see. So I'll probably want to go for this guy. People like him more. So it is going to give us less tax revenue, which we do have quite a bit of coin. So I'm not that much worried about it. But the people like him. And that's going to boost our overall happiness, which is something that I've been struggling with actually. So at least that's going to give them now a nice boost. There we see, getting that 10 extra from the governor. We're going to have the water tower up and running, and I'm going to replace these wells. There we go. So there you can see, so all of them are supplied with the water. I'm going to just go ahead and take that well down, and let's just wait for that extra stone. There we go. So there you can see, it's a pretty big area that it covers, and it does give that entertainment. So I'm going to just go ahead and put it down like so. And yeah, there we go. So now we can see the overall happiness is much better. And the health is looking really good at this stage also. We've got our apple orchards going. We've got a few idle workers now. So I think we can go ahead and add ourselves some more apple orchards. And I do want to look at adding some more wheat fields. Maybe we can add it here to these apple orchards, I would say. Maybe a few here to the back or to this side. Either way. For the first time in the history of the town of Antium, the people are genuinely happy. So we've got 85 happiness, which is fantastic. We can look at adding some more medium insula. And I'm going to go ahead and place another one right in here like so. And then I'm going to eventually start upgrading all these small insulas to medium insulas. And in fact, we can maybe go ahead and take these two down. And we can replace it with the medium insula. And we've got to just do this bit by bit. Just expand it. Now we're not creating enough pottery, so when we get some extra villagers coming in, we're going to have to get ourselves another pottery workshop and maybe another clay pit. Or I can go ahead and get myself a large pottery workshop. So that's going to cost me 5 prosperity points. Let's see what we can do to increase the prosperity even further. Have at least 2 guard towers, okay. And for Vulcan we need to offer the charcoal. And for Neptune we need to offer the wine. So we need to get quite a bit of extra vineyards going. Let's maybe start here with a farm. I'm going to go ahead and just add another 6 of these crop fields. Now this is a really safe place to place these crop fields because we don't stand the risk of the water like flooding the grounds. And but now you see, oh, that is another thing. Now we've got a drought coming. It's like Murphy's Law, you know, I decide to build all my crop fields inland and now we're getting this drought. Like, really? I actually thought this aqueduct wouldn't have any issues because I built it here on the source, but now when I click here, you can see here at the bottom it's saying unable to extract the water because the water level is lower than the intake pipe. Raise the water level above the intake pipe to extract the water. It's like, really? Really, really? So I suppose if I had it maybe on this side, it would have been different. But I'm not really sure. And then we've got a really small stream on this side as well. And now these crop fields, they're going to have a low yield. Obviously because of the drought. Our home has no food. But why don't you eat fish? I don't understand that. Why are they telling me they're hungry? Where? Dudes, just eat your fish. Now it does look like they require something else. So yeah, you see for these medium insula, they are much more demanding. So they've got all of the, let's say, the other things that they need for the general happiness, but for the health and for just the general food that they need a lot of wheat, a lot of grapes. They want wine, fish and olives. So these guys are super demanding. And I can see here now with the winter, our water has been restored, so that's a good thing. But now you can see all these little wine glasses are starting to pop up. So we definitely need to add more vineyards. Well, let's see where we can place the vineyards. We need to look for more fertile spots. Or spots with high fertility. We've got to just wait for the water to completely restore back. You can see it is coming back, and once it is back on in the spot where it should be, we can then see exactly where all the fertile spots are. So, yeah, let's maybe do this. I'm gonna add another 6 of these. We've got a lot of people available to work, so we can expand it like this. And we can add some more apple orchards. Why not? That's all high fertility grounds here. And we can have 2 guard towers. Yeah, why not? Let's see here. For the guard towers, military. We still need to research that. That's the thing. I haven't researched the guard towers yet. That's 5. Now, I suppose we don't know how big the next raid is. I didn't even prepare for that. But I think that should be maybe a top priority, is to just get some more guard towers. We're getting very close to fulfilling this quest for Jupiter, which is 205 population. Then we get another 5 prosperity. And I think what I should do is I should maybe assign myself 2 guard towers. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because once we've got those 2 guard towers, that will give us then in return another 5 prosperity, which we can then use for something else, like for example the large pottery workshop. But it's not really a priority because I see our pots are accumulating. And we've got the winery. Maybe we should set up our winery. We just need some more grapes, really. There we go. Okay, so we've got 205 population. We can also offer the coin, so that's great. There's another 2 quests done. So the next thing, yeah, let's do the guard tower, and then yeah, I'll probably go for the marble quarry, I think. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to set up a quarry over here. I'm guessing we can, but it's really far from where our actual town is. I want to see if we do like trades, if we can import the marble, if they will allow us to import, and if it's not too expensive. That's another thing. So the people are now complaining that they want a bathhouse, so I think we should set that up. Bath complex. So let's see, how are we going to do this? Maybe I should place it here. And yeah, let's just place this one structure here. I'm going to still see how I'm going to set this up. Flowing in. Reservoir that's salt water. Okay, so I see we do need an aqueduct that can actually go towards this point. I just want to see if we connect the aqueduct Yeah, we can connect it like this, right? So I'm gonna do this. Let's pull it down and we can connect it kind of like this. There we go. So I think this should be a practical solution for us for the bathhouse. So I've got the water flowing over here, but now we need to connect the rest of the pieces. So if we go to the bath complex, you can see now that we need to connect the cold pool, which I just researched, but we do need marble for that. So I'm going to have to go ahead and get myself a quarry over here. Now this is very far for the people to walk, so the thing is I'm going to have to most likely, I'm going to have to build some housing close by. Otherwise they're going to work not as effectively. And I can also see that the city is full, so we need to add more of these insulas. Let's see if we can maybe, I'm going to go ahead and add another one over here, like so. And let's just pull the road around. And let's see, we've got 4 prosperity. I need another 3 in order to unlock the marble quarry. So let's see, we're almost getting to the point where we've got enough charcoal for Vulcan. And then I can build these 2 guard towers, which I've been meaning to do for quite some time. So I'm going to place one over here, I think. And then maybe it would make sense to have another one, I would say on this side. Maybe, yeah. Let's do that. Now once these guard towers are up, I'm going to get those prosperity points. I'm going to build my marble quarry, and hopefully we can harvest from this point. I'm really hoping we can. Even if I just have the 1 marble quarry, that's not too big of a deal. Ah, there we go. And we can make a coin offering, which is great. So we've got that extra prosperity. We're going to go ahead and research that marble quarry. Now from here we can also do terrain engineering. Ah, you see, now this will help me to harvest the marble deposit all around if I elevate the ground over there. Land engineering projects for citizens to undertake, sculpt the land, redirect rivers, and shape the world as you see fit. Okay, lovely. I do think that's going to be my next move. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be good. So, let's see here. How are we going to lift the ground? Let's see here. Raise lower level. Ah, there we go. So what I want to do is I want to raise the ground here. On this point. Let's raise it all around. Flatten terrain. Okay, I don't think I can do that, but if I keep, oopsie, let's lower it 1. I think this should allow me to place the quarries. Start project. Okay, it's going to cost me 84 coin. Yeah, okay. Let's say start project. I'm going to go for this. And I'm going to see if we can then, if we will be able to then mine this marble. And I'm going to go ahead and extend this road up. And we're going to build ourselves a breach as well. There we go. And then just extend the road a little bit further down. That's it. So then we can start harvesting our own marble. And yeah, I think then we can build all of these structures that we need here for the medium insula. We still don't have enough grapes. So I'm going to have to definitely look at adding myself some more grapevines. Let's see here, grapevines. We're looking for that high fertility. Let's do another 3 of those, and then here we can place the normal farms. No, it says medium fertility here, but there's another 2 that's high. And then we can just maybe take the road around just to complete all of these crop fields over here. But it is starting to shape up very nicely. We just need to supply these guys with the wine. Oh yeah. This is still going to take some time, I think. Oh, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Okay, cool. See, now we've got plenty of crops over here. So let's check this out. So they've lifted the ground over here. And I want to place my marble quarries. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so that means we can set up at least 3 quarries, which I think is going to be more than enough. But for now, let's just do the 2. I'm going to set up the 2, just pull the road through. Yeah, I do think it's going to be a little bit of an issue for the people walking so far. I'll just have to see how they do gathering all that marble. Now we are lacking something. It says here, citizens are growing tired of the governor. Oh, we need to select a new one. Corrupt. Oh, this is the same guy. Likeable. Less frequent. Reappoint. You see, they're already getting tired of him. So, yeah, let's just do this one. We're going to get less people coming in. But that's not too big of a deal. We've got a really good population as it is. And I'm going to have to set up more residents in any case. Let's do this. Let's set up another 2 of these medium insula. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to add myself a fountain maybe. Let's take away this well. And let's look at adding ourselves a fountain. You see, it's got a much bigger range than the well. It's gonna give extra happiness. So let's go for this. Or let's place it here rather. Yeah, this might be a better call to just place it over here. And then what I can do is I can take away the small insula and I can squeeze another one of these medium ones in. I've got to just wait now for this one to be done with the construction, and we've got to make sure that we've got enough coin. I can't remember the tax collector. Here it is. Okay. So he's still in range with all of these structures. Now I can see that the people are still complaining about their filthiness. We are actually losing 10 happiness because of their dirtiness. Now we're going to just have to wait for these guys to collect the marble. Once we've got the marble, we can extend this bathhouse or the bath reservoir. We can extend here and just add basically a cold pool. Now there's our first pieces of marble coming in. Beautiful. Right, so there we are. So now we can get a cold pool. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I want to maybe add 5 pieces over here to this cold pool. But let's do it one by one. So I'm gonna just start by placing that 1 piece. Now we still need to supply the wine, although you can see the grapes, it just goes so quick. We definitely have to step up our food production. We need a whole bunch more extra grapes, a whole bunch of extra wheat. The fish is still fine, funny enough. Only got those 2 fishing huts, but they are coping very well. You see, we've got a lot of high fertility over here with the soil. I'm just scared, like, with the water levels rising again. What we can do, I'm gonna pull the road through like this, and let's maybe add a few wheat fields. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just do 3 of those and then another 3 grapevines. I'm not sure if the water's gonna come all the way up here, but I'm gonna do it like this for now. City's already full again. Oh my goodness. You see, so it really grows quickly. Oh my goodness, we're just out of range here with this fountain. Don't really want to do this. I don't want to take away from this forum. Let's just see, I'm gonna do this. I'm really shaking things up over here now, but I'm gonna place the fountain over there and I'm gonna build myself another medium insula over here. There we go. Then we'll have enough space for everybody. I think we can go ahead and just add a few more of these coal pool pieces. So let's just do another 2 like that, and then I'll maybe do another 2 pieces on a later stage. But for now, I'm gonna just do those 3 pieces. I think that should be fine. Blowing out. Oh, you see. We can actually do quite a lot with this, with the water coming in here. There we go. Alright, so now we've got enough space for everybody. I just want to see here with the prosperity. I've got to maybe look at getting myself a large charcoal maker because, wow, these guys take really long to make the charcoal. Or they're just consuming it so quickly because I just can't seem to keep up with them. Let's see, iron mine. Okay, we don't have the iron mine unlocked yet, so that's also going to cost 5 prosperity. Let's just see. I think this we can do, making an offering of 59 wheat. And we're getting very close to getting to that citizen level 315. So we should be getting some extra prosperity points pretty soon. Otherwise, for this time being, I've got to maybe let's just add another charcoal maker. These guys, they're just not getting there. Now, I've already got 3 of these and it's just not enough. What we can do is let's take away the small insula and we can squeeze another medium one in here. That's it. And everybody is supplied with water now. Okay, cool. So you can see that the people are, in general, they are pretty happy. I think we can raise that happiness level even further if we had a whole bunch of extra grapes and apples. And then, of course, they're also lacking the wine. That's another thing. But let's see what type of yield we're going to get here now. They are harvesting all of the wheat and the grapes and everything. So I'm hoping we're getting a pretty decent amount. Yeah, it's still not enough. It's incredible. These guys dig through it so quickly. So it's pretty obvious that we've got to step up our food production game even further. So let's see if we can do this. Medium soil. Most of it is high soil fertility. I'm going to just go and expand it all the way. Yeah. Let's do it like this. We're going to have plenty of extra apple orchards. And then over here, what we can do... Oh, this guy's probably going to say he's a bit upset with me. You neglect my worship. Build a more grand temple in my honor. Okay. Well, you know, we've got enough marble. So I suppose we can do that. Let's just add some more of these wheat fields. And I'm going to also go ahead and add some more grapevines. Okay, so let's check this out. For the temples, large temple. Right. It's super expensive. I mean, it's going to cost me 100 coin. And 25 marble, 75 stone. But I'm going to go for it. Let's do this. See, Vulcan is upset with me, so I have to do what he asks, otherwise something might happen that I don't want. Oh, there we go. At least we could fulfill that quest from Jupiter. So, I want to see here. Let's maybe go for the iron mine. I can see the coal, the charcoal, it is building up. It's still slow though, but I'm gonna just keep on going with these standard charcoal makers. And now we've got the iron ore deposits over here, so we can build ourselves one iron mine. Yeah, let's do that. Because I think we're going to pull that one quest from Mars. There we go. Make sure you build at least one iron mine. Okay, cool. I can see we've already reached our limit again with the population. Okay, so let's assign this one to Vulcan. I'm gonna just say dedicate. And don't make me wait so long next time. Gods expect a certain level of honor and become upset if it's not met. Current expected. Okay. So for the festival, let's see, for each empty adjacent forum tile, festival yields 2 happiness. Okay, so we need to build the forum also kind of like close to the temple. Yeah, we need quite a bit of coin and wine, which we don't have one of the... Yeah, we need plenty of extra grape wines. Oh my goodness. He's with offering, okay. Oh, he's bringing down the lightning now. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they're upset, really. I've been doing what he's been asking of me the whole time. Oh, you know what? It's because I don't build a bigger temple for him. That's probably why. Yeah, we'll just have to face these lightning storms for now. Okay, good. Didn't last too long. I'm thinking I'm going to... Let's just take away this small insula. Now we're going to have people without housing for a while. But I'm going to just replace it with this medium insula for now. Okay, here we go. So the iron mine is done. So that mission is complete. And we should be able to complete this one. Make offering. Good. That should make Vulcan happy. You see, we need to build more of these big temples to keep all of them happy. God is angered. Okay. He's not getting happier. But we're gonna have to build this large temple very soon. Let's see. Oh, that's the iron. Okay, cool. Now we've got this extra prosperity points, so let's maybe see to get the large charcoal maker. I want to take down some of these smaller ones, and this large one really helps with the production significantly. Both. Oh, that's like a gym. So I suppose we have to connect a couple of these structures also to the bathhouse or the bath reservoir. And the public toilets must be near a water tower. Okay. So that doesn't have to be connected to the bath reservoir. Just want to see here. Normal fracturing, toolsmith, iron ore mill. Okay, I'm gonna maybe... I feel like I want to go this way. I want to maybe get my dock and then get like a trading post. Now, I don't know, with the trading post allows you to designate a dock as a trading post. Designated trading post receive merchant ships twice as often. Shrewd deal making plus 10% discount. Okay, what's this one? Unlocks a new tab on the dock called orders. Allows you to automate buy and sell orders from merchants. Okay, so we're gonna have to get some extra prosperity points to get this going. I feel like I need to start setting up some trade. I mean, we've got fish that we can sell, so I think we should get going with that. We do have tons of idle workers. You can see there's 84 idle workers, so what we can do is I'm going to just go ahead and add a whole bunch of extra grapevines. A couple of these slots are high fertility and most of them are medium. But I'm going to just go ahead and utilize all of the space. And let's just see with the jobs. I've got to just bring this up. I've adjusted this a little bit earlier when I was struggling on the early stages. So there we go. So they can assign as many workers as they want to. And we can make an offering here to Vulcan. I don't know if I want to do that now because we've still got Jupiter that's angered. But we have to build this large temple. I've got to save the coin so that then we can have enough coin to build this temple. Let's maybe bring this road around. And I can see that the city is full again. So we'll have to look for some more space here for these houses. Don't really know where a good place would be for them. Maybe just over here. This is the only place I can think. And we do have to maybe place a few extra shops. So let's maybe do a shop over here. It says here that it requires the aqueduct, but I don't know why. I mean, we've got everything that we need. We've got the fountain. You know, I suppose we can let this run down. Extend the aqueduct even further. If we bring it down like so. And let's say I place another aqueduct or water tower over here. Let's maybe do that. Let's add a water tower here. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I want to try this. Let's place it there. And I'm going to pull it straight down from here. all the way down like so, and just let it run down this road. We're going to use the rest of the space for the bathhouse. Okay, I think it's going to work. I'm going to just let them finish that. We've almost got enough coin for that temple for Jupiter. There we are. Right, and that temple, I'm going to maybe just go ahead and put it right over there. Why not? Oh yeah, there we go. Now we've got plenty of crops. Now I just want to see how much grapes we're going to get out from here. If we get a decent amount, then we can start with our winemaking. A lot of these guys require wine. It still doesn't look enough though. We're going to need to get another space to add even more crop fields. So this one is going to go to Jupiter. Dedicate. This temple calms my anger. Okay. Oh, he seems to be happier now. Oh, now Mars is angry. Oh, you also want a big temple now. Face my wrath. Oh, I think he's probably gonna send invading armies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But in any case, we've got to assign a new governor. So let's see here. I'm gonna go for this guy. We're not doing any trade as of yet. I'm gonna just say appoint. I think that would be good. Okay, so he said face my wrath, but I don't know what that wrath really is. Gotta just keep an eye on the map if there's any invaders coming in. I've got a funny feeling he's going to send enemies to attack me. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so this aqueduct is also working lovely. We've got a nice layout here at the moment. So let's just see if we can maybe slot in another temple here somewhere for Mars. It is actually a bit frustrating having all of these large temples. And they all just want coin offerings. They sound more like politicians rather than gods, to be honest. Large charcoal maker. This is what I wanted to set up for quite some time now. I'm going to take away 2 of these charcoal makers and we can just get ourselves a large one over here. This is going to work way more effectively. Now I'm pulling a road through over here because I saw we've got really good fertility all around this region. And I'm going to go ahead and add plenty of extra grapevines over here. I think let's just do this. I'm going to maybe go for 4 of them. Or sorry, rather 8 of them. And then we can do... let's do another 6 of them. Of the wheat fields. And we can just bring the road. Don't know if I should bring the road around. suppose we can use the rest of the space also for the crop fields. But yeah, we've got plenty of workers, so we must just carry on boosting that food production until it's really good. It says now here, make an offering, but no. I'd rather want to build an extra temple. Just to get, what's his name? Just to get Mars also settled down. So let's rather do this. Let's add some more grapevines over here. And some more wheat fields. Just like that. That's all high soil fertility. And I think this should set us up now with enough wheat. Enough of everything really. I've got enough coin, but now we've got to wait for the stone to accumulate again. So, oh, this is why these buildings deteriorated. Oh goodness, you see, I was so busy on the other side. And I think what we do need to do is maybe get a masonry somewhere over here. Yeah, I'm gonna place the masonry there. So then it can help repair all of the structures on this side. So I think these structures got destroyed just by deterioration. Now it shows that the city is full again, so let's see. Can we squeeze more of these in? I don't really know. We need to look for where the water sources are. We've got now this water tower here, so we can pretty much utilize all of the space as part of the residential area. Yeah, so I think let's just look at this again. So we've got that one, and we've got this one over here. I'm trying to think where would be a good location for this temple to Mars. Maybe we should just build it kind of like over here. Like within this space. Or we can extend a road down. Let's see. Yeah, let's maybe do this. I'm gonna extend the road down like this. And I'm gonna then squeeze the temple in here. Okay, so we've got all the material now that we need to set up this temple. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna squeeze it in, I think, right over here. Now he's upset again. I'm busy, man. I'm busy. I'm so close to getting it done. Now he's getting upset again. I think seeing that he's upset again, maybe we should just go ahead and sharpen our defenses. I'm gonna pull this wall all the way down. Let's maybe bring it all the way down to here. Just for in case he decides to send some enemies our way. We've got all our free workers now that's chopping and building over here. I suppose we can give an offering to one of these. Let's maybe do it to Vulcan. And we've got the iron mine, so he's happy about that. And that gives us that extra prosperity point, so let's see. I want to get going with the trade, man. Not sure if I should really get started with that. Let's see, bakery. I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. And trading post, trade agreement. Okay. I'm gonna get this set up and just see if we can get some sort of trade going. I'm gonna keep that 5 points of prosperity. I'm not sure which direction I want to go next, so I'm gonna rather wait with that prosperity points. So Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Now I can see here, once we get to the stage of where we can unlock the theater, we can have one more thing that we need to unlock, and then from there we will be able to build the Colosseum. So I don't know if I'm gonna get at that point with this playthrough, but let's see how far we get. Now we're still lacking the food that we need. For some reason, all the stuff is just not accumulating fast enough. The grapes is looking better. I must admit, that is doing better. So we can consider maybe getting the winery, which I'll probably just set up over here. I know the water levels rise there, so maybe not. Let's rather place it over there. And we've got a decent amount of pottery, even with all the houses that we've got going. Pottery is not looking too bad. I think it's because we're in the range of this temple here to Vulcan. He's boosting that production. That's why the one pottery is enough for our current civilization. Now we didn't have any immigrants that came in because obviously we add our capacity of what we can have in the city. Well, there we go. Ooh, you see, now this is where the problems are going to come in. We're going to need pottery to place the wine in. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to build myself the large pottery workshop. Let's take this small pottery workshop down, and I'm going to place my big one. We need 80 stone, and we're nearly there. So here we go. We're going to set up the large pottery. And ooh, we're running a little bit out of coin. So we need the coin, looks like, to operate a lot of these structures. We need that extra bit of coin. So I mustn't use too much of it in the future. Let's just see. I want to look at where we can add some extra houses. Now we need, for this medium insula, we need 30 coin and 40 stone. Just want to check something here. Now that space I want to use for the bathhouse, the actual bathhouse. I suppose we can add another insula over here. We've got access to everything that we need. So we've got to just wait for that coin to accumulate. We need 30 coin and 40 stone, I believe. Yeah. The wood is definitely not a problem. It's sometimes nice to just scroll out a little bit and to just take the city in as a whole. You see, when I scroll out, here you can see everything. It's looking pretty cool with the aqueducts running there from the mountain. But yeah, it's really, the city is growing. Now I can see that we've got invaders attacking. 2 ships. Oh, it's actually 3 ships. Oh my goodness. Now the only defenses we've got is the militia, and we do have these towers. 1, 2. So I think they're going to help. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough defenses to take these guys on. Oh my word. Okay, but I've got my militia ready. So let's pull them in. Ah, there we go. Just want to see these guys, they're going to attack you from the top. Oh my word. Okay, well at least we've got this party that we're dealing with. We're managing with them. And we've got our tower that's going to hopefully defend. Okay. Doesn't seem like they're doing anything, to be honest. Yeah, we seem to be handling them. Okay, cool. There they're going. Awesome. But I think I do need to step up my defenses over here. Although we did pretty well there, I can see that it's going to start to become a problem. I need definitely another masonry on this side. So I'm going to place it right over there. You can see a lot of these structures needs a little bit of renovation. Now we've got our other god Ceres that's now angered because she also wants a big temple. She's like a child. Everybody has got a bigger temple. Now she also wants a bigger one. So let's just do this. Let's add some more wheat farms. Some more grape. And then I'm going to do the same here just with the apple. I will probably extend it one slot up. But for now, let's just do it like that. Yeah, now she's upset. Okay, just hang in there, man. I need some extra coin before I can add that other temple. Okay, but at least you can see there's less wine glasses now popping up. People don't need the wine as much anymore. Because we're slowly but surely producing whatever we need. I think what we can do is when we set up the temple for Ceres, we can build it kind of here on this side somewhere. Yeah, because she's going to give like an advantage here for these crop fields also. Oh, there we go. Look at this yield. Now we should be doing pretty well, I think, with the crops and with all the food that we're getting in. Okay, so let's see here. For the temple, we just need a few little extra coins here to get this temple up and running. Come on, bring those coins, bring those coins. There we go. I'm gonna just pull this road also around. And I'm going to place it down right over there. Now as the coin accumulates, I'm going to, once I've got enough coin again, I'm going to build myself another medium insula, maybe another 2. So that we can then just bring some extra villagers in to the city. We started getting some crazy rain again, and you can see it's destroying a lot of the structures over here. So there's quite a few things that I'm going to have to rebuild over here. And yeah, some roads, there's some bridges that I'm gonna have to rebuild. Some of my crop fields have been destroyed, but it's amazing that I placed the outpost just on the right spot. I had no idea the water was gonna come up this high. I thought it was so far from the riverbed, but I think this is where now the dam wall comes into handy. You know, you can just kind of like guide it all the way along, so that when we do get these rains, so that it doesn't go over the riverbeds. Now I've got to select a new governor, so let's see which ones we've got here. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe go for this guy. We're still not trading, so I'm gonna just say, oh no, we can't, it's the same guy. Building degradation, okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to go with this one, I think. I don't want to go with a governor that the people don't like. That's just gonna give me a lot of problems. So this is gonna go to Ceres, and now we're gonna have Neptune that's also gonna cry in my ears. There we go. You see, so now Neptune is angered because he also doesn't have a large temple. And Neptune's temple we can place here at the bottom, I think. Here we go. We've got now that extra space with the extra insula. And I'm going to just go ahead and add another one here. It doesn't seem like the water's going as far high up. So we can build another one there. Now from here we're going to just have to rebuild a couple of structures. Including the bridge. That's it. Okay, so it does seem, however, that we do need even more crop fields. We're still not getting to that level where we're producing enough of what we need. The wheat is okay. I think the wheat seems to be doing not too bad. So we can maybe set ourselves a bakery somewhere. Now the bakery does give extra happiness to the villagers. So we can look at setting it up somewhere close to the houses. Maybe over here. Yeah, let's just put it down over there. It's kind of close to the crop fields also, so that will help. So let's add those extra wheat fields. And I'm gonna go with the extra vineyards. And then the extra apple orchards. Oh, there we go. Our grapes are actually looking great at the moment. Let's see now. For the next step, we need 117 coin to make an offering to Jupiter to get that extra 5 prosperity. For Mars, we need 1 weaponsmith, which we can't build because we need those. We need to research it first. And then for Ceres, 59 wheat. I think this one we should be able to fulfill next. And then after that, maybe the iron. We're slowly but surely building up our iron reserves. I've got now whatever I need for the temple here for Neptune. So we can go ahead and place it right over here like so. And then hopefully that will keep them satisfied for quite some time. And now from here we can focus on adding quite a few extra houses. I want to also see in where we can add maybe even some more crop fields. We're still not keeping up with the demand. So I'm going to maybe go ahead. Let's see. Let's do the apple fields over here. I'm going to do another 6. Just squeeze it in there. And let's see where we can do some extra grapevines. This is all medium. Oh, there's high soil fertility. Okay, so let's do another 2 there. And then I think what we can do is we can maybe add some grapevines here at the back behind the temple. Now what I want to do is I need to get the dam walls up so that when we do get rains again, that it doesn't flood over here. Because I really would want to use all of the space actually for the crop fields. We can also just see how's the fertility looking here. This is medium. This is all medium fertility. And now the people are saying they're hungry, which I don't understand. But I suppose they need a variety of foods, which we've mostly got only fish. Must be clear on land. Okay. Alright, well there we've got a bunch of extra crop fields now. And let's just see if this is gonna keep up with everything. Neptune. There we go. There we go. Okay, now everybody seems to be fine again. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Right, so let's go ahead and add ourselves some extra insula. Just want to make sure that we've got the water. There we go. Right, and I suppose we need some extra entertainment buildings. So I've only got the theater, and we've got the bath complex, which is okay. Okay, let's just maybe do another one of these. Here we go. It says here they still need a bathhouse. Obviously this is not big enough for all of these guys. And we need a warm water feature. Let's see, the hot pool. That's what we need. A bath library. A space for citizens to study and read. Connect bath buildings to form dynamic bathhouse. Oh, okay. Right, I think what I'm gonna do is let's just add the hot pool. I'm gonna add 2 blocks of these hot pools. It's actually a really small bathhouse, but I think it should be fine. So I actually managed to do a few offerings to Ceres, and that gave me some extra prosperity points. Now, I've got to just really think carefully of which direction I want to expand to next. I know if I build these Villa Rusticas, you can see a farm villa with space of 20 residents, and then you can also see provides production bonuses to all agricultural buildings within its radius. You know, maybe I should build this because then we can just boost all those crop fields that we've got going there. And yeah, I think let's just do that maybe first. And then I think we should start going with the stone roads. We should get that also going. Because we don't have a lot of stone. But it will help us just to make everybody move faster. So that's what the stone roads are good for. You can see it expands buildable area and allows citizens and carts to travel faster than on regular roads. The expands buildable area. I don't know how it expands the buildable area. Okay, but in any case. This year we are hungry, so I'm keep on getting this message still about people saying they're hungry. I mean, we've got actually a lot of grapes. We've got still a lot of fish. But the wheat production is not enough yet, so we've got to get that going still. I'm thinking I want to take away this guard tower. I'm going to just move it slightly. Well, they don't give you the move option, so I have to actually destroy it. But then what I want to do is I want to build this Villa Rustica. And you're going to see that we're going to get all that boosting now with all the crop fields that surround it. But it's going to boost the apples and the grapes, which I suppose is fine. And we're going to have to place a well here also. So these guys are going to need water. Let's just build it over there. And we can also see to add another one of these Villa Rusticas, maybe on this side. Although we've got a lot of things that gives it like a negative effect. Like the clay pit and this thing, the columbarium. Okay, so let's maybe just build the one for now. And we can make a coin offering to Jupiter. I'm going to just go ahead and say okay. So now we've got 5 prosperity points again. Let's just see a market. Extra foods. Other goods to the market to create easy access for heads and household can be built on a forum. Okay, I'm tempted to do that, but I think I'm going to just hang on for a little while still before I build that. Okay, let's just go with what we have for now. We've already reached our capacity again for the city, so Let's do another insula. And we can place it right over here. Yeah, so here we can see it's really boosting the crops. Nice, okay. Let's see where we can add more of these farming fields. I suppose we can do a few here at the back, but when that first flood hits, it's gonna be a mess. Or we can do this, we can add it next to these apple orchards. That's also an option. Yeah, let's maybe just do that. And I'll just extend the road down. But look how nice the city is coming along. Very cool. Just need a new governor, so let's see. Well, I don't need the citizens to be more happy than they are. They've got a pretty good happiness. So I'll rather go for this, maybe getting that extra tax revenue. We do get that increased building degradation. But I've got, I think, 3 or 4 masonries now working together to upkeep the whole city. So I don't think that's really much of a problem. And we've got a lot of raw materials to help just rebuild all the structures. The people love the city so much, they've just been flocking in, and I've already reached the full capacity of my city again. I just seem to still struggle getting my food production up, except for the fish though. The fish, we can't seem to have enough of that, but the rest of the stuff, I'm really struggling to get going with it. I mean, we've got so many crop fields going here at the same time, and it's still not enough. But in any case, guys, that's it from me for this playthrough. I will definitely do another playthrough where we will try and push the city up to 1,000 population, and we're going to also see if we can get the Colosseum built. But thank you so much everybody for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and then I'll see you in the next one.
From blocks to bricks, from land to sky, we craft the future.